More than 40 news organizations have sent a joint letter to the White House requesting the Trump administration reinstate the AP's press privileges after their access was restricted on February 11th over a Gulf of America naming dispute. In a letter to the White House, news organizations are asking for the AP to rejoin the room of reporters. Those news organizations come from all sides of the political aisle. Left-leaning news outlets like CNN, NPR, ABC, CBS, and NBC News signed the letter, and so did some right-leaning news organizations like Fox News and Newsmax. Over the past 20 days, the Associated Press has been barred from attending certain White House events, such as President Trump's executive order signings in the Oval Office, presidential trips on Air Force One, and press briefings, including one with India's Prime Minister last week. The joint letter from the media hasn't been publicly released, but some of the news outlets shared excerpts, which include the decision to exclude the Associated Press from covering the president aboard Air Force One and in the Oval Office is an escalation of a dispute that does not serve the presidency or the public. News organizations must be free to make their own editorial decisions without fear of government intrusion. Newsmax released its own statement over the joint letter, saying, "We can understand President Trump's frustration because the media has often been unfair to him. But Newsmax supports the AP's right as a private organization to use the language it wants to use in its reporting. We fear a future administration may not like something Newsmax writes and seek to ban us. This is why news organizations like Newsmax and Fox News are supporting the AP's First Amendment rights, though we may disagree with its editorial point of view from time to time." A refresher over the controversy, President Trump signed an executive order changing the name of Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America, with the new name now reflected in federal government documents, maps, and databases. If you're in the U.S., Apple and Google Maps also have the body of water listed as Gulf of America. The Associated Press released its style guidance over the name change, saying the Associated Press will refer to it by its original name while acknowledging the new name Trump has chosen. As a global news agency that disseminates news around the world, the AP must ensure that place names and geography are easily recognizable to all audiences. The president had this to say on Tuesday over the AP's ban.
But the Associated Press just refuses to go with what the law is and what is taking place. It's called the Gulf of America now. It's not called the Gulf of Mexico any longer. Associated Press, as you know, has been very, very wrong on the election, on Trump and the treatment of Trump and other things having to do with Trump and Republicans and conservatives. And they're doing us no favors, and I guess I'm not doing them any favors. That's the way life works.
The day after Trump's remarks, an executive editor with the AP, Julie Pace, traveled to Florida to meet with White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles to discuss the AP's White House privileges. It's unclear at this time what came of that meeting or if the joint media letter will move the White House to reinstate the AP's access. Thanks for watching our news update. For Straight Arrow News, I'm Kara Rucker. If you like this story, check out our mobile app where you can personalize notifications to receive alerts from specific reporters or on specific issues that matter most to you. Or you can always find us online at san.com.